Good morning to you all. It's April 6th, 2015. It's been a while. Um, I'm doing all right. I mean, as good as it can be under the circumstances. I did have a relapse lasted about a week and a half. Before that, we had a really bad cold going through the whole family. So that kind of probably explains a little bit of my silence for almost a month. We had a wonderful Easter with our family here in America. We went and saw my mother-in-law, and we got to get there, and it was a wonderful time to experience Easter together as a family. My mother-in-law, who's, for those of you who do not know, last year she was on chemo, actually this year too, in March. I think beginning of March, if I remember right, was her last chemo treatment. She's doing good. She's slowly getting strength. My father-in-law is doing an awesome job making sure she stays healthy, and he's making a lot of things from scratch, like kefir, and I know in America everybody calls it kefir, and we had a fun discussion about that. He has his own garden. He's doing a lot of fermented things, just a lot of really good things where he's making it from scratch, and I think that is really helping my mother-in-law just regaining her strength back now that the chemo's over. The cancer is out. Thank God that she is getting back on track. I had to postpone my test due to the fact that I had cold and other stuff going on and things like that. So in a couple of weeks we'll start retesting again and things like that. We're all, there's still something going on in the family. I'm not going to say it publicly because I don't want to, it's a little personal. But it makes me think just how trouble comes without knocking and asking permission. It just invades your life, and then you have to be so wise to figure out a way how to fight against it without you being damaged in a deathly way in the battle, and towards your way to recovery and victory. So right now there's another battle that's going on, and we are together in it, and we will definitely pray about just wisdom and figure out hope. Hope is really needed, and it's really important in every single one of us' lives. If you're going through a hard time as well, and I know some of my friends are going through a hard time, I will not say names. I'm just gonna say the country Bulgaria, and I know they're going through a hard time, and I know some other friends that are going through a hard time, and it hurts my heart to see that, because I love them and I care about them, and it's so painful to see people having a hard time, and you just kind of wish you had I wish I had a magic wand and be able to fix everybody's problems, but it is not so, and God is in control, and there's a reason for a lot of things. A lot of the reasons I've noticed is our own. We actually cause a lot of the troubles, and then we need miracles to fix it. So today I'm going to read from Mark 7, 21, and it says, "Not everyone who calls out to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who actually do the will of my Father in heaven will enter." And he also goes into, in the verse 15, and I know I'm going backwards, it says, "Beware of false prophets who come disguised as harmless sheep, but are really vicious wolves." And it talks later on about you can identify them, and it's a parable about the fruit. You can, by the way, well, you can identify them by the way that their fruits, meaning their actions and the way they act. And a good tree does not produce bad fruits, and vice versa. And the question is, how many of us, because I have a feeling that almost all of us, if not all of us, have had to deal with that, where people that disguise themselves as being your friends, and in actuality their intentions are so self-centered and so cruel and sometimes really evil against you for their benefit. But even a sneakier thing than that is in churches, for those who do go to church and believe in God, there's a lot of deception going on, and some people have really good intentions, and yet they're, being deceived. I myself fallen in the past, and I hope I'm not falling right now, but at the same time I also know that I don't know everything, and everything that I know, it's so limited that it's impossible from that point of view not to be falling prey to something simply from lack of knowledge and ignorance. So that being said, one of the greatest deception in the churches is the idea that if you have Bible knowledge, you are spiritual. Or the fact that the more Bible knowledge you have, it makes you spiritual, and that is a deception. And another one is the more excited you show, the louder you speak, the more charisma you have, excitement and emotions and stuff like that about Bible knowledge, the more spiritual you are. And so thus the people that are shy or they're perceived to have dead knowledge are considered non-spiritual. I believe that's wrong. I believe it's not true. I believe the main thing that that God really wants out of us is the importance of dying to our own will, and that is really hard. In reality, if we're really honest with ourselves, it is very, very hard. And so it goes back to the verse that yes, you've called Lord, 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 and it's double times. And so I emphasize it, twice, and with exclamation point, showing, amazing emotions behind it. And yet, if you're not doing, God's will, and this kind of goes for whether you believe or not. If you say that you believe in something, but yet you're not doing it, the hypocrisy is just unreal behind that. So the main thing is to try to do the will of God, to try to find out what is God's will. And the only way you find that out is actually read the Bible for yourself and ask questions directly to God. He'll show it to you in the way that you understand it, because a lot of times, maybe even in my case, maybe I perceive what I understand, and not maybe, for sure, I give advice through my own understanding, but maybe you're not getting it, and maybe you need a different understanding, and you need your own understanding, and you need your own experience with God, and you need your own answer from God. So I encourage you to go and ask God directly, and really believe that He's gonna, talk to you, and He will. And as an end to this, it's just wanted to let you know God has brought you too far to leave you where you are. He has something great in your future, and that is awesome. So have a fantastic day today. It's nice and sunny, so here in Washington it's nice and sunny, and it's gonna be nice and sunny, I believe, for the rest of the week, which is awesome news. Have a great time. We'll talk to you later. Bye.